guys, Vicky through the looking glass here and welcome back to my channel. So a slightly different video today. I thought I would do a quick Q&A and get to know me, as I haven't done one for probably a few years now. So I thought I would just come on, say hello and answer all the questions that you guys asked me on Instagram. So yeah, I had quite a few questions sent to me, so we'll go through them now, and if anyone else has any other questions, let me know in the comments and I can film another one of these again soon. Do we have any upcoming trips booked? And sadly the answer is no, nothing at the moment. We were hoping to try and go back again this year, but looking at the finances just can't stretch to it. So we are currently just pricing up and looking at dates for early next year. So watch this space. As soon as I've got something booked, I will let you guys know, but nothing lined up at the moment. My diary is like pretty empty in general. Like I have hardly anything planned. I've got one gig planned and one wrestling event, and that's literally it. My calendar is empty, so I do need to make some plans and get some things booked in ASAP. Are you going to Halloween Horror Nights, and are you excited for The Last of Us? No and yes. We're not going to Halloween Horror Nights, sadly. We were desperately trying to make it work and crunching the numbers, and whilst we can afford the trip, I would have to massively cut back on shopping and food, and it just means that I would be worrying whilst I was there. I think about money, it'd be cutting it too fine. So sadly not this year, and I am completely gutted. Last of Us has been one of my favourite games since it came out. Like, we're huge Last of Us fans and we love the series. If you know me, you'll know how much I adore the show and the games, and I don't think I'm mentally prepared for season 2 after playing the game. I don't know what they're going to do, but I'm not prepared for the storyline with Abby. I'm not going to say any spoilers, but yeah, not mentally prepared for it. Absolutely gutted that we're not going to see the house, but of course I'll be living through you guys and watching all the other content, and yeah, sadly not going to be there this year, but we are hoping to go to Alton Towers and Thorpe Park in the UK, and there's a couple of other scare events that we've seen. So I think we're going to do quite a few UK scare events instead, because as I said, we've got the budget for the trip but not for the spending and the food, so I could use, say, less than half of the trip budget and do so many things over here for Halloween. So I think we're just going to go all out but stay in the UK. So I had 2 questions about my diet and my weight loss, so just thought I would address both of them together. The first question was, how much more weight am I looking to lose? And I've got another 3.5 stone to go to get to my target. I've lost 4.5 stone so far, so that will get me to my target weight, which is a healthy BMI. So I know it's a lot of weight to lose, but I am getting there and the end is in sight now. The other question I had was, what lifestyle changes have I made to lose weight? And it's been quite drastic. I've gone on to the 1-to-1 diet, which is Cambridge Weight Plan, and my diet consultant Rachel has been incredible. She's 1-to-1 diet Wildflower, so make sure that you check her out if it is something that you're interested in learning more about. It's been complete meal replacement, so it has been a massive change to my lifestyle. I've been quite strict on it as well. I've only had like the odd cheats here and there, and like when I went to Florida, obviously I didn't stay on plan, but other than that I've been on plan 99.9% of the time. And then with losing weight, after I lost about 2 stone, I got a personal trainer. So I've gone to G the PT, and George is so good. For someone that hates the gym, hates the exercising, and has like 0 confidence, he's been amazing. So make sure you check him out on Instagram. And then I've also been going to the gym as well, in my own time, separate to my PT, and just been trying to get into a good routine with that. I absolutely hate exercise. I hate the gym. Everyone says when you go you'll enjoy it, you'll feel fine when you're there, but no, I'm there, I hate it, I want to leave. So it really is a struggle to get there, but I'm pushing myself through it. So yeah, that's the big lifestyle changes that I've made, and yeah, just been doing that really. So that's my 2 things with my weight loss. Yeah, so getting there, not long to go, hopefully another couple of months and I'll be at target, and yeah, so that's that on the weight loss front. What was the highlight from our last Florida trip? and genuinely it was just being back in the magic. It had been a long time coming. We hadn't been since 2019. I'm not sure if you've seen my previous attempt of a trip to Disney in 2020. We got there as lockdown started, so we landed in Orlando, and that night they said everything was closing, so it was a bit traumatic. And yeah, we didn't actually make it onto Disney property, we only got as far as Universal. So for me, it was just being back in that magic. Honestly, when we arrived at Magic Kingdom, I've never felt happiness like it. We went straight from the airport, checked into the hotel, straight to Magic Kingdom. I gave Mickey the biggest hug, and we watched Enchantment, and just watching the fireworks on Main Street on that first night was just absolute perfection. So that was the highlight, just being back in the magic and finally getting to live my best Disney life. What is your favourite ride at Disney? And this is such a loaded question because it depends on the park, and yeah, I've got so many favourites. I don't think I could narrow it down to one. Yeah, I really don't think I can. I still haven't been in Tron. That opened just after our trip, so that could be up there because I love the Tron movies and it looks incredible. I loved the new Guardians ride in Epcot. That was so fun. Is the Small World's one of my favourites. Enchanted Tiki Room I love. Space Mountain in Disneyland Paris, Big Thunder Mountain in Disneyland Paris. I think they're the two best versions of those rides. Pirates of the Caribbean, but the Disneyland version. Yeah, Incredicoaster in California Adventure, Soarin'. Oh my god, I can't do it. I can't pick this one. I'm sorry. I'll have to get back to you and maybe do a video on my favourite rides in each park. But yeah, I just don't think I can. Tower of Terror. How do I forget Tower of Terror? That's probably one of my favourites ever. Yeah. Or Guardians. She's got that animatronic rocket. I don't know. Tower of Terror or Mission Breakout maybe. I can't decide. I feel like that's too hard a question. I'm not going to answer that. What is your favourite Disney food? There is no question to this. Churros in Disneyland. Disneyland churros are the one. They are the best churros in the world. In Disney World, the Mickey churro waffles in Crystal Palace were top tier. They were absolutely beautiful. They were so good. And Tigger told me he made them, so that makes them even better. But yeah, it has to be churros or churro Mickey waffles. What gig have you got upcoming next? And what is the best gig that you've been to this year? So upcoming next, I'm going to see Jessie Jo Stark in Bristol at the end of August. So a little bit of time between now and my next gig, but looking forward to that one, and that should be really good. I'm going with my friend Sarah, so that will be super fun. And it's Bristol as well, and I love a local gig. It makes a change not to be driving across the country. So yeah, that's the end of August, and yeah, that should be fun. And the best gig this year, so I've only actually been to 3 when I worked it out, and that was, I went to Youngblood in February in Cardiff, and the family went, so it was me, Ben, his mum and his stepdad. We took his mum for her birthday, and that was so fun. And the fact that we had seated tickets as well in the CIA, you always get a good view. So I didn't have to queue all day, which was lush, just to be able to turn up and sit down, enjoy the show and then leave. So that was really fun. We got seated tickets just because the whole family went and it was easier for everyone. And then after that I had Machine Gun Kelly at the end of May, and then I had Youngblood at the beginning of this month. So literally this year I've seen Youngblood twice and MGK, and that was it. The best gig I've been to this year was Machine Gun Kelly at Royal Albert Hall. The whole day was incredible. So I left at the crack of dawn. I drove up with my friend Sarah. She had seated tickets and had to work in the morning on her laptop, so we travelled up together. I left her in Starbucks and I went to join the queue at like 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it was a long day, but it went so quick, and it was just literally the best day. The weather was lovely. I went with my friend Charlotte. She's done a vlog of the day, so I'll link that in the description for you, so make sure you check out her channel. And I met some lovely people in the queue, Theo and Izzy, and they kept me company until Charlotte got there. And yeah, it was just such a fun crowd. Everyone was having a good time. It was so relaxed. I could go get a glass of wine and the sun was shining. And he put on the most incredible show. We were right at the front. The set list was on point. It was so good, and it was completely different to last time as well. So it was nice to see him do some older stuff that I hadn't seen live before. And then he jumped into the crowd like right next to me. So yeah, absolutely perfect day. It was so fun. Like that, baby, go insane, like you know, I keep that candy. Yeah, I need more, I need. Stay up, take care. Yeah. As soon as they mention me, call an assembly, pick up a pen and put you out your misery. Written in history, it was gonna happen eventually. I just keep it till the day that I'm a physically. Everything that I went through mentally, when it felt like everybody in the world was against me, when every critic and every article tried to eliminate my daughter's not to give a talk about me and I'm mentally low. The one on the runaway club that ain't nice. They'll say, although we waste time with people that don't like my thing. Say something fucking wrong. Youngblood in Eden Project was also incredible, but the reason I've put Machine Gun Kelly as a better gig was just because of all the travelling. I didn't realise that Eden Project was so far, and I'd got up at 4:30 in the morning to get ready, left before 7, drove down to Cornwall, and I literally got back at 4 in the morning. It was a long day and I was on my own. And although I met some lovely people there, I met a lovely boy called Cameron. He was sat in front of me in the queue with his mum, and they'd come over from Ireland. And then before we went in, I met a lovely couple of girls called Lucy and Sky, and yeah, they were absolutely lovely and kind of adopted me during the show. And yeah, it was a super fun day. I luckily got to meet Dom before the show, so that was super fun. He was so lovely. So yeah, that was a really fun day. It was just the travelling took it out of it for me, whereas with Machine Gun Kelly I stayed in London and I went with friends, so I guess that makes a big difference. But yeah, that's my top gig of the year. But I just walk by. That the ticket gods are nice to me and I can get Taylor Swift tickets in a couple of weeks. I'm going to try and get tickets for Cardiff, and then I'm also going to try for Wembley because that's on my birthday next year, and seeing Taylor on my birthday would just be amazing. So yeah, wish me luck for Taylor Swift because it's going to be carnage, but hopefully I can get them. Yeah, fingers crossed for me, guys. Wish me luck. Do I love or hate this heat wave? I'll be honest, I absolutely love it. I am born to be in the hot weather. I am always cold. Like, anyone that knows me knows I am always freezing. Like, my feet are made of ice. When I go to the office, I'm sat there with like a jumper and a coat, and I have a blanket around me most evenings. So the fact that it's warm and I can literally wear a summer dress and not be like a little ice cube is incredible. I love it. I feel like I need to move to a hotter country where the weather's like this all year round because it makes me so much happier. Does anyone else find that like when the sun's shining and there's blue skies, you are just instantly happier? It lifts my mood. And yeah, I love the hot weather. I love being able to drink an iced coffee and sit out in the garden, and yeah, it just makes me so much happier. Are you an only child? No, I have a brother. He's 13 months older than me and he lives in Melbourne, Australia, so that's probably why you might think I am, just because I don't see him that often. I've never been over to visit him. I probably should, but no, I haven't seen him for a few years now, not since pre-COVID when he last came over to visit. What's your Starbucks order? So since they've brought the mango dragon fruit out over here, I don't know how many times I've had it. It's my favourite drink. It reminds me of California. My cousin Zoe introduced me to them, and yeah, they just remind me of being in LA and Disney World, and yeah, now they've brought them out over here, I've had more than I should probably admit. Coffee wise, iced white chocolate mocha is incredible, but I can't justify the calories in it. When I found out how bad it was, I haven't had one since. So either a skinny iced caramel latte, or since I've been on my diet, I can't have lattes because it's too much milk, so I've just been having a cold brew with the sugar-free caramel or sugar-free vanilla syrup. So that's what I've been having at the moment, but any iced coffee for me is the one. I love iced coffee, even though I said I'm always cold, I love coffee, so iced coffee is the one. Hot coffee, I'll take it, but I much prefer iced coffee if I have a choice. So that's it from me. Thank you for sending me all your questions on Instagram. I hope you have liked this video. If you have, please give it a big thumbs up, hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys soon for another video. Bye guys!